my thoughts. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my...
What the hell's going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle Global in order to go over the top TOP legendary banner that will be coming very, very soon, within hours, really. Less than 24 hours, or a little bit more than 24 hours, probably by the time that you're watching this in the future. And we're going to decide whether it is worth to summon on this banner. This banner, to be quite honest, is a little trickier than most legendary banners, because both of the LRs on it are phenomenal, particularly the Rose Goku. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're looking at the banner that dropped on JP. There is no reason to believe that it changed over on Global. This is thanks to DBZ.space. And also we're going to be jumping on the Dokkan Wiki to take a look at some of these cards. So as you can see, this is the featured pool. You're going to have the physical Broly, the intelligence Rose, physical Gowasu, intelligence Paragus, AGL Broly, the strength Vegeta, tech Goku, intelligence and strength Zamasu, intelligence and tech Whis, and then the strength Beerus. So I actually kind of ordered them for the most part of cards that you are not really going to care about pulling all the way until the cards that you're going to really care about pulling. So first off, you have the intelligence Whis, 2 key, attack and defense 20% for all allies. Okay, not bad. When this card came out in August 2017, that's a really good passive. Nowadays, there's much better supports that do a lot more, right? So don't really care, whatever. Moving along, tech Whis. Worse, to be honest. Attacked enemies, attack minus 20%, high chance to stun the attacked enemy. Garbage, who cares? No one cares about this. This is a terrible card. Hopefully Extreme Z Awaken makes this card good, because right now the only actual good Whis is the Strength Whis. The Strength Whis, one of the best defensive T-Wars in the game, and these two are just super outdated. This one was never good when they came out. Like, if you're looking at a choice between this Tech Whis and this Intelligence Whis, it's a no-brainer. This Intelligence Whis is way better. But even then, like, are you going to put this Whis on a team over the Kai of Time, who's a way better support? No. Even Gowasu, way better support than this Intelligence Whis. I mean, if you are brand new and you pull this Whis, then the Whis will probably be good on a Realm of Gods team, Siblings Bond, as just an catch-all support, right? Could be okay. But once you acquire a few characters, this is quickly going to go into the pile of never used characters. So just keep that in mind with the Intelligence Whis. And then this Tech Whis isn't even good if you're a beginner character. Just not at all. No stats for themselves. If they get hit, there are paper. And yeah, just not going to hit hard. Just does nothing, really. Does nothing. So pretty terrible. This Tech Whis, horrible. This Intelligence Whis, somewhat useful if you're a beginner, but that's about it. Then we go on to this Strength Zamasu. Another terrible unit. Attacks 60%, recovers 10% HP only if your HP is 80% or below. That's really low, 60%, especially because his attack is only 12,000 and no defense whatsoever. So he's going to get absolutely slapped, crapped, blapped, like any other kind of word you can think of. This dude is going to get hit awful. And so another terrible card to get. So you definitely do not want to pick up this Zamasu. Unfortunately, I have him rainbowed, but it is what it is. This Intelligence Zamasu is actually useful. Reduces damage by 40%, so that's just a straight 40% damage reduction, which is not bad. And then if you have 100% HP, you're going to gain 60% attack and defense. Like I said, 60%, not that high. 12,944, 13,000 attack. So at least we're a little bit higher. We got about, 300 more attack. And so that 60% is going to look a little bit better with this higher attack stat. And we actually get a defense bonus, which is nice. and we have that 40% damage reduction. So this unit can actually be used in quite a lot of game modes. Not to mention, you do recover 7% HP every single time you super attack, and the links ain't bad. Dismal Future, Fear and Faith, Godly Power, Prodigies, Cold Judgment, Power Bestowed by God. Another 20. I really like Cold Judgment, by the way. 20% defense is always good. I just wish more characters had it. But yeah, this Zamasu is actually pretty solid. Maybe I should have put him higher up there, but whatever. We'll live with it right here. So yeah, pretty good. You'd probably, if you pull this dude, just feed him into this dude to keep it a buck with you. This dude is actually awful. He's not bad. He can be used for a lot of different things, especially if you're a beginner and you get him. Pretty solid, especially next to the Strength LR Zamasu, which if you are new, 100% you should be grinding that dude. I mean, even if you're not new, you should be grinding that dude. So yeah, fantastic unit here. So let's get rid of the Zamasus. Now we're moving on to Beerus. Beerus before the Z Awakening, terrible. 50% chance to get 200% attack. Garbage. After the Z Awakening, pretty good if you decide to run Worthy Rivals. Unfortunately, Worthy Rivals only has 2 leaders. One's an actual leader, the other one's not a leader. He's only 120%. And this dude right here doesn't really link at all with his team. His best, the best character that he links with is Pycon. And there's no way in hell you're bringing this dude on that team. The other best dude that he links with, this Pycon. No flipping way you're bringing this dude on the team. So really, he only shares 2 links with people. I believe it's Shocking Speed. Does he? Yeah, Shocking Speed and Fierce Battle. These are really the only 2 links that you're going to see him alongside anybody else on there, because almost no one else on the team has Cold Judgment. Namekians definitely not. Experienced Fighters, not really. And Z Fighters, hell no. Which is weird that they gave him Z Fighters at this point in the anime. It's very, very strange. But anyway, we're not talking about that. He's not on the banner. But yeah, so this Beerus is a Worthy Rivals support. You're probably not going to be really using Worthy Rivals a whole lot, so it kind of makes it a little useless, but he's still good. 2 key, 30% attack and defense for Worthy Rivals. He gives himself 100% defense straight up when he's Extremely Awakened, and then he still has that 50% chance to do 200% attack. So if you are a big Worthy Rivals user, then he's a great support to have on that team. If you're not, then he's kind of a useless card, and you're never going to use him. So there's the Beerus. Beerus is gone now. Now we start getting to the pretty useful characters. We have the God Vegeta, God Goku. They stem from the Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. These are, of course, from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. We'll start off with the Vegeta because I do think he's not as good as the Goku. He's a Super Strength leader, 100%, which is fantastic for Ultimate Clash / Dokkan Battlefield. So if you're having difficulty, then he's a great unit to come in as a leader. He greatly raises his attack and causes supreme damage. So as you can see, he actually stacks his attack by 50% for 99 turns. That's actually insane because most characters that stack their attack do it by 30%. They just raise attack. He greatly raises attack every single time he super attacks, which is fantastic. He also gives himself 100% attack and defense and 3 key, and he's got a 50% chance to guard. I do wish that was a great chance, a 70% chance, but whatever. We'll take the 50. I believe it's 50, right? Yeah, 50%. 50% chance. Okay. He also has a 40% chance of stunning the attacked enemy if he's facing a movie boss category enemy, which ain't bad because there are a decent amount of movie boss characters. Obviously, the new physical Broly, the old physical Broly, Turles, all of these guys, all coolers, a few Beeruses, the majority of Broly's, Bojacks, stuff like that. So Janembas, all those dudes. So there's a okay amount of movie boss that he will have that stun chance against, which isn't bad. And he could be somewhat defensively when he's guarding. Like I said, I do wish that this was a 70% chance, but it is what it is. His links are always good. Saiyan Warrior Race, that's going to get changed soon. Godly Power, 15% attack. Super Saiyan, 10% attack. Over in a Flash, 3 key. Love Over in a Flash. Prodigies, 10% attack. Warrior Gods, 10% attack. And Fierce Battle, 15% attack. A lot of attack on this dude. He can do some decent numbers. He can do some very, very decent numbers. And then when his guard comes in, he could be pretty good defensively. And then he's got that stun mechanic if he's facing against movie bosses. And he just keeps on hitting harder and harder as the match goes on. So he's actually pretty solid. The Tech Goku, though, probably has more uses. He is a Super Tech type, like I said, 100%. He seals on his Super Tech. That's already fantastic because it's a 100% chance to seal, not a 50% chance. He gives himself the same stats, 3 key, attack and defense, 100%. And he changes a random set of orbs of one color to rainbow, which is pretty good. Now, anytime he picks up a rainbow orb, he gains 7% attack. And if he's facing a movie boss category enemy, he gets a 100%, just, he has it, damage reduction of 77%. So that's insane. That's why he's better than the Vegeta, because his gimmicks, his passives, his, super attacks, all that stuff, they're just guaranteed to happen. He's guaranteed to seal, unless if you're immune to seal, and he's guaranteed to receive that 77% damage reduction, which is insane if he's facing a movie boss category enemy. And as I showed you, there's a decent amount of movie boss category enemies. Not to mention, to make up for the fact that he does not stack attack, he does indeed have a orb changing into rainbow, and he gains 7% attack for every rainbow he gets. Now, typically the max is 5 rainbow orbs, though that is very hard to get 5 rainbow orbs, so that's a 35% attack increase. Is that, you can, yeah. So most of the time you'll probably be getting 2 to 4, really. So just expect an additional 14% attack, or possibly even a 28% attack, because 35 is almost impossible to get, right? But yeah, these two, or him and the Vegeta, very, very good. Moving along, character that I just got, and I actually just made a video on, the Raffle Broly, who's fantastic, Extreme Z Awakened. He stacks attack and defense by 20%, I believe. Let's see right here. It doesn't tell me. So yeah, anyway, he does a very good job. He stacks it for 3 turns, causes supreme damage. Usually if it's raising both in the same turn, it's by 20%. His passive skill is he gives himself 1 key at the start of every turn, and he gives himself 70% attack and defense. Not to mention, every time he gets hit, he will increase his attack by 20%. Every time he hits, he will increase his defense by 20%. That caps at 80%. Now, one thing that we have to note here is his additional attack and defense boosts are calculated separately, resulting in an increase of 34% per attack received and 34% per defense received. So what that means is after you've hit 4 times and after you've gotten hit 4 times, you will be at a boost of 206% attack and defense, which is insanely high. Not to mention you're going to be stacking your attack and defense for an additional 3 turns. So he can become a tank and he can hit very, very hard. Fantastic unit right here. And he links up great on movie bosses, Pure Saiyan, all that stuff, right? Moving along. We have this Intelligence Paragus, fantastic support for both Pure Saiyans and Joined Forces, which are the only 2 units he can be on, or only 2 categories he can be on. He's Key +2, attack and defense 40% for these 2 categories, which is great. And if he's facing a Pure Saiyans category enemy, then he gives himself 130% attack, which is insane. And as you can see, the lineup is very, very big of Pure Saiyans, so he will get that buff a lot, and he can actually do an okay amount of damage. Like, he's not going to melt faces, but he'll do enough to pass, and definitely have a spot on the team. His links are pretty good, especially for like Saiyan type units, and I love running this dude alongside of Kalen Caulifla, because Kalen Caulifla gets the buff for Pure Saiyans and Joined Forces. So yeah, very, very good, very, very good. Just a solid unit overall, and lowers attack on super attack, which is always good. I do wish it was a little bit more, because 20% is not particularly great, but we'll take what we can get, right? Solid dude. If we move right along, Gowasu and Zamasu, Realm of God's 120% lead, seals super attack, always good. You saw how much I enjoyed Tech Goku stealing super attack, so this dude is going to be good as well. Gives all allies 2 key and 70% defense. That's insanely high. A 70% defense buff. That's crazy. He's got a 50% chance of, is it 50% chance? Yes, 50% chance to dodge enemies' attack. That includes super attacks, which is wild. And if he's facing just extreme class enemies, doesn't have to be any category, just extreme, just any of these units right now, just has to be a bad guy, right? Just has to be someone who's who's a mean villain, who's a very mean villain. That's all you got to do. Look at this. This is actually insane how many characters are on this. So if you're facing an extreme class enemy, he gives himself 100% attack and 5 ki. So keep in mind, he's already given himself 2 ki and 70% defense because he counts as his own ally. So realistically, he's going to be at 7 ki, 100% attack, 70% defense, seals super attack. Fantastic, great support. Can work on Realm of Gods, Batara, Future Saga, Joined Forces, Time Travelers, Bond of Master and Disciple. It's an actually beautiful thing. So yeah, very good. Very good card. Okay, so let's get down to the actual main event. A new life on Vampa, Broly, and Chile and Lemo. Movie boss 130%. Lead 4 ki. Extreme physical 4 ki. 100% attack and defense and HP. Greatly raises defense on the 12 ki. Greatly raises attack and defense on the 18 ki. Also lowers attack on the 12 ki. Gives himself attack and defense 15% per orb. If those orbs, if he gets at least 2 physical orbs, then it's actually going to add an additional 5% attack and defense, and it's going to be 4 ki per physical orb. All right, so I'll say that again, and we'll just make sure. Yeah, okay. So just off rip, any orb he gets, rainbow, strength, whatever, 15% attack and defense per orb. If he's getting at least 2 physical orbs, it'll be 20% attack and defense per orb, and he'll be getting 4 ki per physical orb. If those orbs are AGL or strength, if it's at least 2 AGL or strength orbs, still 15% attack and defense, but he's giving all allies 39% attack. If those orbs, at least 2 orbs are tech or intelligence, he's given himself 15% attack and defense, and he's giving all allies 39% defense. Last, if he grabs at least 7 orbs, 100% chance to dodge. His links are pretty solid. Brainiac, solid support, cold judgment, big bad bosses, shocking speed, fierce battle, legendary power. He does need more. He definitely needs more categories. He's only on movie bosses and joined forces, but I don't really know what other categories you can put him on. But he's incredible. Look at that HP, almost 27,000. Attack is looking solid, 20,000. Defense is okay at 12,344. Let's move over to the Rose. This dude, in my opinion, is one of the best LRs in the game. Future Saga, Ki plus 4, HP attack and defense 130%, and then the extreme intelligence. Greatly raises defense by 50% on the 12 ki. Greatly raises defense by 50% on the 18 ki. Let me just make sure it's 50%. Yes, 50%. Attack and defense 66%. Gives himself an additional 6% attack each time your ki rises by 1. What that means is every single time your little ki meter goes up by 1, his attack ticks up by 6%. That caps at 120%. So essentially, once you hit 20 ki, I think the full amount is 24. 20 ki is where he caps out at 120%. Every time he delivers the final blow, as in he's the one that kills the opponent and then you move on to the next round or whatever, or the next stage, next level, whatever, he's going to give himself 2 ki. Caps at 6. By the way, if he gets hit in that turn, you're going to gain back 6% HP at the end of the turn. That's not all. His links are phenomenal. Super Saiyan, Fear and Faith, Kamehameha, Dismal Future, Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. If your HP is 66% or less, and 6 turns have passed, he will rage. 66%, by the way, is insane. That's not hard to attain at all. This is him enraged. He does destructive damage, 12 ki, 18 ki. He receives an additional 1 ki for any type of orb, doesn't matter. And his attacks are effective against all types. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable how good this guy is. Like, he steals the show because of how much damage he does And his only weakness is if he gets hit before he can super attack. If he's able to super attack, he's like the Blue Fusions, Super Vegito, Super Gogeta, Blue. He can survive. Just straight up, he can survive. So, what is my verdict on whether you should spend stones or skip this banner? Unfortunately, it's the skip. The main reason is if the next banner that was coming out was something like Kefla banner, which is not a good banner, I would say use the stones you would have won on Kefla on this banner. Go to 300 stones on this banner. But a lot of people are deciding whether to use 200 stones on this banner or the guaranteed LR banner. I would say use it on the guaranteed LR banner. You are guaranteed an LR, at least one, okay? On this banner, you can go 200 stones and only pull one featured unit, and that could be this Tech Whis, right? And that would be horrendous. If, again, I'll say it again, if Kefla was the only thing that was coming in the next month, then I'd say, no, okay, you already did the 200 stone banner. You still got 200 to 400 stones you want to use, 500 stones you want to use. Go in on this. Go in on this. They're both incredible. Rose Goku Black, if you get him, you are lucky. He's amazing. But Kefla may be coming in the next month. But what's also coming is a 350 million download celebration. And those banners are fire. They're usually 3+1s. We should get tickets of some sort. It's going to be absolutely insane. And usually when they release units on the 350 million download, 300 million download, 250 million download, 200 million download, they are monsters. They're monsters. They're insanely good. So even though LR Rose Goku Black is insanely good, the value on the 350 million banners, 350 million download banners, will rival the anniversary banners. So there is no debate. You should save and go in on the 350 million download banner. Kefla is good. Rose Goku Black is phenomenal. Physical Broly is great. The 350 million download celebration, as long as they don't come out with like, all right, we're coming out with Oolong and Yamcha dual Dokkan Fest and their leader skill is 50%. Then it'll be like, okay. Even if you give us 3+1s and tickets, I ain't summoning on that, brother. I ain't doing it. But that's not what's going to happen. They're going to come out with something fierce, something fire. And yeah, it's going to make sense to go in on it. And like I said, it's going to come out in a month. August is when 350 million download celebration will be coming out. Plus, we're going to have co-op. We're going to have versus against Japan. Oh, it's going to be incredible. And we're probably going to get Chain Battle around that time. We're probably going to get our Link skills updated around that time. Trust me, save your stones for whatever is coming out in the 350 million download celebration. Listen, if this helped you out, let me know in the comments down below. And let me know what your decision is. Because at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. You can listen to it or you can completely ignore it. Let me know what you are deciding to do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider what you're doing for your life. Go ahead and gently rub that sub button, gingerly ring that bell button. Lovingly kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.